Bob Huber, Vintage Lambo. We're going to go back in the time machine a little bit. We're going to talk about a Lamborghini Miura differential inter-race bearing that need to be pressed out, but it's a difficult one to get to. Now, the block on a Miura, being the sidewinder and the differential casting all one piece, that's quite an accomplishment. Now, these cars are pretty rare, pretty expensive, and you're never going to get them to reproduce the block. So I treat the Miura very, very special on the eggshell situation. I don't want to damage anything, and that is the aim. So this bearing was in there. So let's see what I did. I made some tooling and everything like that. So what I'm going to do with this video is I needed an intro. Okay, so I'm going to run just showing basically how the tool was put together, and then I'll go into making the tools and then the actual extraction of this, and we'll see at the end if indeed the block survived. Okay, so that's the whole aim here. We don't care about this rusty bearing, we care about that block. All right, so please, we'll roll the film. Thanks so much for watching this far, and please like and subscribe. See you now. Okay, so this is pretty much what it took to get this bearing race out. Very little room here. You had that little bit of a bevel here, not much space. I machined this so I can just get it to fit. I had to do a hose clamp so that I could go ahead and put it in and then bring the hose clamp out to get to the back side of this. And then once I released the hose clamp and then I had that, I tapped it into place. It snapped into place. And then to keep it from collapsing, then I had to have something to go inside there. And then a backing part. And then I made this aluminum so that I could have very good support on this side. I wanted to make sure that I bring this thing out as smoothly as possible, applying some heat, and that's about how it worked. Back on the lathe, making another specialty tool. Sometimes you don't know when to finish up on this. Okay, making the second part that is necessary to pull a race out. Halfway through, so I have my inside. This is going to be my outside, and you can see that that fits inside pretty well. Okay, so I'm going to be flipping this, and then I need to work on the other side. With this flipped, I'm going to go down to this dimension, my outer. There's going to be a taper on this a bit, so it slides into the first tool that I made, and then it's going to come up to a set diameter, and I'm going to have it a little bit oversized so that I can see what I need to do. So anyway, we're going to just work on just getting this down. I really have to work on the other part, finish that off to get the actual final measurement on this guy. Okay, so I'm going to slot it. I'm going to put 6 slots, and I'm going to put some reliefs here, so that's why I'm drilling these holes. Oh, let's take a look. Early Miura. This engine hasn't run for 40 years. And I think a master plumber owned it before, because the only 2 tools I've seen used on it is a hammer and a pipe wrench. So let's just take a look at this. We're going to bring this back to life. But we have a bearing race in the differential area that has to come out. It's obviously trash. And what we need to do is extract it without breaking this engine that's irreplaceable. Okay, I don't want to go into any financial figures because they are escalating every day. All right, so let's go ahead. let's take a quick look at what I'm going to do here. So I need to get behind that race. So I've made out of a 4330. I made this little piece here that's, I'm going to hose clamp this, put it in, and then to support it, I've made this piece, and I've made it out of aluminum because it's just a lot easier. I'm not going to be doing this every day. And so then this is going to then insert inside this on the back side, and then I'll have this supporting it like that. On this end, I have a large disc that's going to be able to take care of this surface area here and support it well. And then, of course, on the back of that, I have a steel piece and a nice bearing on this all thread shaft. Okay, so let's sort of put this thing together. I'll get back to you soon. All right, well, the first thing I need to do is I need to put this little guy, and this is 4330 steel. I need this lip, I need it very strong to get behind that bearing race. So let me see if I can just put this, speed it along, you know, nothing like a boring video. I've got plenty of them. I'm going to pull it out as far as I can because it's a little bit tricky to get it out. I really haven't done it yet, but I can only imagine. That's looking okay. We should get that clamp away from the clearance. Okay, so you can see that this is now compressed, and I want to try and see if I can get this in. Okay, so that's in. Now I have to get it out, and obviously that doesn't look good. All right, well, this could be a bit tricky. Let's see if it works. Okay, so that's come out. Ah, there we go. Snap into place. Now let's see if this will go in. This will be the next trick. Let's see if this will go in. Okay, here, I don't need this now. Okay, we're going to put this aluminum collar, and to keep this spread out, so this has a bit of a taper on it, and everything, we're just giving it a go, see what we can do here. And okay, and how about a gentle tap? I don't think I have to tap it much more than that. I think the rest will probably squeeze in. And so this is out of the way. We don't need this. We don't need this. Let's get rid of stuff. Okay, so this is going to be going through here. A little test run here. A little test run. Okay, and that's like that. Okay. All right, so Let's take this out. Okay, so this has a clearance to come out. One thing about Croyle, it doesn't smell real good. No way am I putting any torch on this thing. No way. But I'm really hoping that we have a very equal load on pushing it out so that nothing can want to try and bind by cocking. So I think that's what we got going for us on this. And this 4130 was not easy to machine, but I needed something strong because I just have a little lip working on this thing. Now aluminum is great at dissipating heat, so this is not going to be the best. I'm going to be heating it on the outside also after I kind of lock it in place. Okay, put that down. Let's put this on. Okay, pretty good perhaps. Let's just see, just to cinch it up good. Okay, so we've got it on there. Let's do a little more heat on the outside. Let's give it a little more heat. I think everything's working out good. That's my progress report. Did I tell you I love Croyle? Just checking. All right, now let's use this bearing to good effect here. 40 years sitting around and things rust and it's been left, you know, open. But we're gonna make this thing a beauty. I feel everything's moving, so I'm gonna stick with that feeling. Boy, it seems to be getting better here. Looks like we're almost there. Or is that just my back telling me we better be almost there? Ha ha! Woohoo! Man, I call that a happy occasion. All right, we got it. Woo! It worked. Oh, I can't tell you how happy I am right now. Wow.